That is the prayer of our leader, Mazi, Kanu. Wonderful Biafrans, lovers of Biafrans, lovers of IPOB all over the world, lovers of Eastern Security Network, the lovers of Directorate of State of Biafra land, the dust. Indeed, they are wise. I call them the wise ones and lovers of freedom. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to you according to your time zone. As this year is coming to an end in less than 48 hours, go through my capture on this very program. I thought about envy and jealousy. Mrs. Tuno, Mr. Tuno, Omoro Kelsiamia, leadership Ade Emetia, 2025 is coming to an end in less than 48 hours. Advise yourself. Why you must advise yourself? Where were you when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was choosing this man based on the way the spirit led? Masses of gossipers looking for who to bring down. 2026 is around the corner. Change from your evil duo. Those of you who are very busy ganging some bunch of charlatans, looking for who to castigate because na anyunku ekwa gizu ike. Chegaria. Now, Biafrans, we must talk about Obutu, Ebuego, in the person of Darlington, Obarasi, Asibikia, aka Oriego Wanyajadu. At the same time, a boy that sold those who love him, who are members of ESN. We must also talk about another drug addict. The name is Benjamin Madibugo, aka Drug Nenyobara, who are busy calling out DOS to do something after 1 year plus that for them, they abandon the IPOB leadership. For them, they abandon the IPOB. They decided to follow those who are with money. There is no more money in the camp of Aloy Ejimako. Madibugo and Darlington now find out. They are not doing U-turn or about turn to confess their sins to the land of Biafra. No. Rather, they must carry the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu along in their evil. In your mind, you think they are speaking that they cares about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No. They cares about what they are going to benefit in Biafra struggle. And I'm going to prove it on this very program. I will try to pinpoint the fraud of Darlington and the fraud of Benjamin Judas Madibugo, aka Ben's Farm. Let's talk about Benjamin first. Benjamin Madibugo, aka Judas Onyibo. In your mind, you thought that Benjamin knew the meaning of Biafra. No. Benjamin is another Paul Achebe who saw Okija Biafra man on social media for the past decade and decided to jump into Biafra struggle, begin to broadcast, begin to give bribe for those who love bribe for Paul Achebe to be carried along. Benjamin Madibugo, come closer. Benjamin Wakuda, a dwarf, come closer. I said it before. I know they do here local government something. I know they do Anambra something. What I'm doing is Biafra. IPOB. That is the reason. If you are from a local government, you think I will join you in your nonsensical stupidity ideology of fraud. Wake up from your slumber. I rather choose to be your enemy. Stand by the truth. Remain with the truth. Defend the truth at all costs. Benjamin Madibugo, let's take it bit by bit. Benjamin, for the past 1 year plus, you abandon IPOB and its leadership. You begin to work with Aloy Ejimako and Maxwell Obara under the iniquity siblings. After they succeeded by working for the Nigerian government, after they also revealed to you chimpanzees that it's like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be sentenced by a motor shop. From it's like, they say it's no more, it's like that James Omotosho is going to convict Oyendu. After they have succeeded, Madibugo, you now wake up from your slumber or from coma to realize that IPOB leadership must act. You now realize you are advising the leadership to send delegates. You are looking for anybody that the leadership will send to Sokoto and you will, bring the person to Nigerian government. I want to ask you, Benjamin Madibugo, after the kidnap, the abduction, the tranque of Oyendu Mazi Nnamdi Okuchukwu Kanu, whenever you are going to Abuja, IPOB leadership, take care of your transport. When I'm talking about transport, You don't go by with car. You don't go by bus. You go by flight. Go and come. You lodge in 5-star hotel. Benjamin, true or false? Benjamin, after the leadership have given you money, which is from 1 million naira upwards. You also meet some national coordinators who also give you 800,000 above. On one trip, you are collecting money from the leadership and also getting almost equal to the one the leadership give you. If leadership give you 1.2 million, this national will also give you 1 million naira. If leadership give you 1 million, they give you 800,000 naira. Benjamin, and I'm at twice. Because of money, you were pretending you are with the leadership. As soon as every avenue of fraud, of wayo was shut down, you and your partner in crime who monetize Ipob, who monetize the Biafra struggle, decided to turn around as usual. The adage that says, Oye bigu, ke uneso. When the leadership were palarigu, you become goat. You were following the leadership. When national coordinators, I don't want to go into details, but Benjamin know anything that I'm saying that I don't formulate it is the fact. You may not like Okija Biafra man because they told you that he's very stubborn. Not the ekwe. You know one thing? I don't shy away from the truth. You can't bribe me where the truth is in my palm. I'm unbribable. Now, when the leadership was carrying ego, those of you that are Igbo speaking Biafra or Urobo that have lived in Biafra land, who can speak Igbo, you know the meaning of ego. You were following the leadership just because of your benefit. When the ego is no more available, you now switch to the camp of enemy. You now realize that the leadership, Benjamin and Madibogo. Now, Biafrans, I want you to understand that Benjamin and Madibogo and Prince Darlington, they monetize this Biafra struggle for the past decade. They are not here for freedom. They are not here for Biafra. I'm not lying. I want you people to tag Benjamin Madibogo, aka Igbo. The worst thing that you gather this money by defrauding in the name of Biafra. You also use to take drugs like colors, Igbo, eyes. And that is the fact. Benjamin, for the past 1 year plus, you were working with Aloy Ejimako. Aloy Ejimako was also using you to write about Ifanyejo for Benjamin Madibogo. When Barrister Ifanyejo for drop one right up, you went hiding. You fled like hyena in disguise. Benjamin, you going to Abuja? Are you the one paying the transport fare? No. But as soon as the leadership shut everywhere down, they become your enemy. As soon as the leadership shut every avenue of fraud down, they become the enemy of Darlington. But when Darlington was busy making Biafrans, this one where they tell you now, not be lie you. Not be Abupa Chere Kambia. Ego Darlington ne nwuta n'ọnwa. Na ndị n'obodo oyibo maka Biafra struggle. Enu ya ntị eshieri. Ọ nọ na Lagos. Onwe ebe ọ gbasara ya. Obi ebe a na-akwụ almost 5.something million naira a year. Onye kwụrụ ụgwọ na before bụ Nelly of Egbu. Mgbe Darlington chọrọ ịkpọpụta members of ESM kpọọ Nelly. O ji si Anambra Onitsha. Hapụ ebe o mepere naira bet gbafuo gbataba Lagos. Now, Darlington was in IPOB after the adoption of Oyundo, making 4 to 5 million naira every month. But there is one thing, I said it, in IPOB, where men and women are dying, in monetized area, I said, you are worse than politicians. That what you are making is a blood money. Believe in me, Darlington, any more that Darlington don't make money, he make 4 million naira. He make 4 whipping million naira. 4. And we hold nke abụkwa na apụta sị gị na ọ na-atụ asị, ọ bụkwa asị ka na-agwa unu. Life. I know a woman in United Kingdom that give Darlington every month £200. No jokes. Darlington want to, because of the kindness of this woman, to chase the woman away from husband's house. A Biafran woman, also married to a Biafra. He cares about this freedom. This woman want to see Biafra come today. Only one woman, a lady. £50 is for upkeep of a consort wife, a consort child. £100 is for Darlington and his family. The remaining £50 is for taking care of a consort child that is with Darlington. Only one lady. I'm not going to talk about our brother in Canada that give Achalugo every month $200 Canadian. Darlington $150 Canadian. Compulsory every month. Monetize. That is the reason you see the pain of Darlington towards our GOC. You can feel the pain that Darlington is pissed off. He could not take it anymore. He later discovered that only had US in there. But before, Darlington will come on air. The doors are wise. The doors are wise. Mazi Samoru Jisike. Even give Mazi Samoru all kinds of names. But because that why if they go to Croatia, if they go to Poland, if they go to Austria, if they go to Germany, Italy, Belgium, Portugal, Sweden, Finland, Denmark, Iceland, America, they will tell them, go back to the platform the leadership put you. Darlington will say, okay, if it's like this, that he has no choice anymore, that to continue to blackmail members of the leadership one after the other, and he did it. He did it. That is the fact. You ask now, Darlington and Madibugo that is writing about leadership to send delegates. Where were you since 1 year plus? Where were you? Where were you? All the promises they promise you that continue to castigate Mazi Saworu, members of the US, don't worry, continue. Continue to tell people that Onyendi is coming out. Once he come outside, he will pursue all of them. That Onyendi is coming out. How far? How far? You are being used and dumped as a waste bin by the siblings of iniquity and special cancers. Now you are not coming back now to tell the same US that you, Darlington, has bullied every one of them. Every one of them to send delegates. Darlington, when Aloye Jimako, Aloye Jimaru, and Aboki Marshall Obara want to raise fund. According to you, you say you are a PA, a special advisor to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is your statement. When they manipulate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the court that they want to raise fund under Rising Sun, Darlington, you that I know, when you were benefiting from the leadership and IPOB, I know you will start against that video. You will stand against it. But no, you champion it. Because that your fraud was destroyed. Every achievement of IPOB and its leadership, 2025, no one is in your war as an IPOB alleged visual broadcaster. IPOB organized event in Ferrara, Italy, 2025. Members of the leadership were there. The flyer and the jingle was published. If you were still benefiting from IPOB, I know that every minute you are going to be coming on air, that everybody in Europe go to that event. After that, IPOB leadership open an office in Germany, Bremen, where almost half of the IPOB leadership were there, including the head of the Directorate of State, a gentleman by nation, Mazi. Prince Darlington. The flyer was everywhere. Madibugo, the flyer was everywhere. Where Biafrans fly from different countries in Europe United Kingdom, Ireland, Finland, Czech Republic, Italy, Spain, Belgium, Madabugo, Darlington. What do you do with your irats you supervise in WhatsApp? You condemn the opening of office of indigenous people of Biafra. You condemn the opening of office of indigenous people of Biafra in Europe. But today, after no money is coming from the camp of Aloy Ejimaka anymore, and Kanu, you want to make a U-turn. Instead of you to open your camera and begin to confess about your evil deed, tell those gullible, wicked bitches who listen to your garbage. Confess to them. Let's see if you can decide to set their brain. Those Hero Worshipper Association, for you to come outside and begin to confess what transpired, how you betray yourself, because you can't betray IPOB. You can't betray the leadership. Without you, IPOB is moving. Since you left the media platform, that nobody can control you, that the only one person that can control you is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Hey, God. You left the media. Since that time, you left with those hero worshippers. Name Achalugo, Ejiro, you left. Nobody. Nicholas Erosukwa Haji, the Siko Sai boy. Nkana says Yarona Anambra State. You left. The media department. Nobody is pointing finger. Nobody. Nobody. They challenge anybody. But when you were there, when Darlington were there, every day is problem settling. Every day. This Darlington now, this Erochukwu, Nicholas Ohaji, this Siko Selobaya and Darlington. I once challenge two of them to stop behaving like babies. Darlington Erochukwu, if Achalugo is sincere, we testify. I want challenge two of them in the group. Why are you misbehaving? Are you no brothers? What was the problem? Erochukwu drop a write-up. Darlington cut the write-up, said that he should not call here to talk this thing. That Darlington has been in this struggle with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Bear it in mind that Darlington was in Senegal. He came back from Senegal 2015 ending. But if you ask Darlington, we tell you I will be with Onyendu when IPOB was formed. If you ask Darlington, where did I form IPOB? He doesn't know it. If you ask Darlington, how many people were sitting down when IPOB was formed? He doesn't know it. But he will tell you the ugly lies about IPOB. How he has been on ground. This evening, I want people to ask Darlington. Since 1 year plus, are you in coma? Or you were sleeping by taking this drug called Indoseed? Are you in coma that you suddenly realize? You remember the leadership? Now December 2025. After you went mute, after you carry a picture of our GOC according to you, you present it that this is Mazi Samoru. And when I said you hand over members of ESN to Nelly, people think it's a joke. People think I want to talk. No. Darlington hand over no less than 1,000 boys to Nelly. Omushineke. Out of that 1,000, my dear brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles, father and mother, no one is alive. No one of them is alive. The only person that you can think that is alive is a young man called Caterpillar. Darlington. Are you not one of those that speak to Caterpillar about how Oyendu hand over you to Nelly? Putabia du buke unwo. Achwa mo kangi wabu Darlington dendo. Ana amasi mmade unwo. Mana nkinge obune ga unwo. Obigo efom. Oh, Darlington is dangerous than Cobra. Do you know Cobra? Ubi. Darlington is more dangerous than Cobra. As in Ubi, Cobra, once it strikes you, is uncurable. It is good for Cobra to strike you than Darlington. Darlington ended the life of 1,000 men, boys, and girls. I'm telling you the facts. Anybody that Darlington know, he hand over them to Nelly. And believe you me, Biafrans, none of them live up to 2 months. When you were hearing Nigerian DSS, Nigerian Army, Nigerian Air Force, Key 50, Key 70, Key 20 of Simon Ekpa boys and Nelly. Those are the people that Darlington hand over to them. Don't forgive Darlington, oh. Even the land of Biafra will never, shall never forgive Darlington on atrocity Darlington committed. I am not saying that Madubugo is aware, no. Madubugo is another criminal on his own. Madubugo was just looking for money to smoke igbo. Baramurumbiri, yeah. But Darlington committed abominable acts that if you come aside, you are going to hear it. You see this Darlington, you see, if he's alive, he will be in Africa country, fighting Onyendu, live and direct. Go and mark it. Mark today's date. There. Because every evil that Darlington committed, Oyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is aware, even though he's in prison now. What they are doing, they want to destroy everything. So if Oyendu come aside, he will not see anybody to hold, to give account. That is the reason you must defend the leadership like never before in this 2026 we are about to enter. Because more stone will be thrown at IPOB leadership. They know that IPOB is intact. It's because of DOS. Destroy DOS. IPOB will die a natural death. I know they tell you, now I tell you, may it's sweet. That is the fact. In this 2025, who are those that throw stone to IPOB leadership? They are one of us, alleged before. Those who also claim they are seeing one of us up till now. But who we are using them? The Nigerian federal government under Aloy Jimako, giving them lies, fake hope that Oyendu is coming. Achalugo, Oya go to media. Jegwa had an honey nebo gangsters. Ero chuko haji. Oya Jegwa and honey nebo gangstar. Metusela. Jegwa and honey nebo gangstar. There is one idiot. Okoko mama wasi no Germany. Also kwa gangster. Oh, Ipob na Metusela suru. O mama yo jebrianis. They begin to call me and you gangster. Where was Madibugo? The engineer, the chief architect of all this brouhaha that you see 2025. Where were the reason of Madibugo doing this evil? He said to the leadership that Mazi Kanu said that he, Madibugo, should be a member of DOS. Father the member, Madam Bridget and the rest of them should be a member of DOS. DOS never say no. They say, okay, we are working on it. But at the same time, you hold on when Oyendu come. It now become two answer. Hold on. We are working on it to put you as a member. The same time, hold on for Oyendu. They waited 1 month, 2 months, the third month. Go and check. Madibugo begin to drop right up. Not direct. Indirect. Criticizing the leadership. He was talking all of trash. They waited 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. They say no. The day Madibugo will come outside fully. I know. And I said, this guy is coming out to the leadership. We don't need to, because I know they get patient. I don't have that patient. Madibugo now review himself as Judas Iscariot. Begin to write. Don't allow anybody to tell you not to share the press release. Hey, your ass. Why? Because Madibugo want to be member of DOS. And Madibugo become member of DOS with his caucus, who are rising sun bandits in America. By now, we will not be talking about IPOB. That was the last stone that the federal government of Nigeria threw to IPOB and his leadership. I don't want to go into details. If Madibugo become member of DOS, what will happen? For those of you who are smart, the same time, old timers will understand how it goes. Because that offer was rejected, not ordinary reject, it was destroyed, it became dead on arrival. Nigeria government said there is no more time. They begin to use them without, they don't hide anymore. Dalit start his own by coming on air to address the head of Directorate of State. And these are Darlington words. Okay, Biafra man, I know they forget. It says, I'm advising Mazi to come on air to put this media together. Don't send anybody. Don't send anybody in DOS. You must come by yourself. Who is the person giving this boy this very order to do this nonsense? It continues. It says, and I quote, the Radio Biafra is not doing anything anymore. Now Radio Biafra wanna no visual broadcasters. You ask, Mazi, Jonathan, Chinedu always come on air almost 5 times in a week. Those are broadcasts in the morning, almost come every day. Now, when I was coming out to talk about these fellows, I become a very bad person to people. And I become Okijana Kweberin. But this thing I was saying, 2023 ending, you think it's a joke? 2024 ending, yeah, 2024 ending. But what I'm asking this night is a simple question. Suddenly, Darlington and Madibugo now realize that the leadership is still intact. For the past 1 year, January 1st, 2025, everything that the leadership does, this very 25, no one you promoted, no one, countless of events in Europe. What do? Is to criticize the achievement of the leadership. Some of them even say, you are opening office. Onyendu is not around, we are opening office. These are people. One say is either civil engineer or architect who's supposed to be a dead body in Benin City, Uniben, who always impersonate one of the courts you have in Benin City, either a year and a year, who fled. They said, now Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Nanga, when I know what we may pursue offices. Achievement, they want to destroy it. They want, now, these are people coming out now telling DOS, the same DOS that you criticize in every achievement they achieved 2025, that is very clear to the blind. And somebody will say, the Biafra man, why wouldn't I talk about this, all these things, all this drama, all this blackmail towards the leadership? by these fellows. Now, let me go back to the genesis of all this brouhaha. They started this nonsense with one man. With one man. The great Italian national coordinator, Mazi K.K. Ugo Uda. I was insider. I'm not an outsider. I see where they were going. That is the reason I dealt with Achalugo mercilessly. Without no pity. You don't know what I was doing. They flaunted Achalugo. And thank God that I was there early. And I see where they are going. I say, okay. I say, okay. You will not become my job. And that is the reason I destroy Achalugo without mercy. And when they were using Achalugo, people don't understand the deal. They continue to use Achalugo. Till Achalugo finally begin to call people to beg me. I said, no. Go and you must do a video to apologize to Italian National Coordinator. By that time, they were cooking this very nonsense in their cap. Before you know, Daliti joined immediately. 2 people. One called me from Italy. The name is Paul Achebe. A dwarf. That one called me. Mazi. I said, who is this? That was on program. I said, I'm about to sign out. Call me in 10 minutes time. Mazi, have I done anything to you? And say, I know. But you are doing something to the indigenous people of Biafra. He said, what is that? I say, the way you talk about the Italian National Coordinator and the European rep. Are they your mates? Forget about Biafra struggle. He said, you're supposed to call me to ask me. He said, he talk about one of our sisters. Say, I deal with Paul Achebe. Maybe he went to tell them that this guy is mad. But when I was saying all those things, you don't understand that they were coming. That their target is the person that is working. I know they tell you, say, not tell anybody. Because why? These people are insider. They know the capable hand that they must destroy. That's why they choose Mazi K.K. Ugoda. They know. Madibugo was busy, relaxing, What was the mission of these things I'm talking about? Because Madibugo and his cohort want to be a member of DOS. They could not be able to access as a member of DOS. And without being told, Mazi Keke Ugouda is a man that you can call anytime. Because why? He's in charge of the media that was given to him by IPOB leadership. Meaning, he has access to the leadership morning, afternoon, night, anytime. So they say, okay, before they will not attack DOS, they want to attack this very man who is answerable to DOS in terms of media. And Achalugo don't want to go to members of DOS. He focus on Mazi Keke. After they see that I've destroyed Achalugo now fled or was on the hookup. Darlington now took the mantle. It began with the same Mazi Keke Ugouda. You ask them, the Mazi Keke, did you wrong? No. Rather, he cares about Biafra struggle, which I'm a living testimony. Anybody in this very media has benefit from Mazi Keke Ugouda in this media. Whether you are a writer, a broadcaster, this is a man that will buy a gadget with his money. If you convert the money to Nigerian money, sometimes it's almost $1 million naira. Darlington begin the expose by saying, Mazi Keke, go to this speaker, go to this gadget now. Jump, I will jump from It was a blackmail. He said, if Mazi Keke go to buy me this thing, buy me gadget, he will not tell me to jump from us, I will jump. He want to give. Now, you ask a simple question. Why we then focus on this very person? He was a target on the leadership. Their target was the leadership. But they are looking for somebody that they think is very close to the leadership. Based on Mazi Keke being in the media as the head of media department that he belonged to. Darlington now twist the narrative. Try to come out for another dimension again. What was another dimension? Biafrans, I want to tell you today, somebody in the leadership is going to drag power with Onyendu. Trust ndị Igbo. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say they are gullible. So why are you Mazi Nnamdi Kanu power? They can't sit down and think, why do you say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the hand of Nigeria government? Why can't the members of the US that want to drag the power? Let them make themselves now as the leader. You can't think so. If we can program as the hot before he will do that program, he will call Methuselah, he will call this one, maybe another this program. You are going to autopilot in the America. Monday autopilot anụsụ Europe, Monday ana-akọgịrị group of Methuselah. So talented, this program in the Nabania in eziokwu osia na yawa bụ nwa mmiri. Na yawa bụ nwa mmiri na. Yawa bụ nwa mmiri. Ịma no asị ọcha ka ọ na-asị. Ịma no because of the anger that defrauding people in Western world was caged. No access anymore. Ona anagide ego jena na Fuji Island, Fiji. Ima ebe na-akpọ Fuji. Ono no Oceanic continent, ana-akpọ ya Fiji. Ona anag. Somebody call me from there. Somebody call me from there. Somebody from Fuji call me. That was 2024. Okija. Ndewo. Nsi number ina akpọ ka ekwana asimo ni ana watch mu na. Na maazụ ni ana kadalinti. Nsi nge emere. Osi na daba ya de ekwu ya azu ike. Na ya ma onye ọbụ before ya eme travel. Nsi nge ka mere. Asimo, hey. Nsi eziokwu asimo yes. Ewe mwatana. Na dalinti bi anima Ipob. Where ruo duplex. Oh man, there. I'm coming up 4 o'clock to expose one national. And Biafrans are very good. Oh, drop and national. Nko national very me one national expose. Hey, asina. Oputazie. Obugarona bragizi. Ya bụ nwa mmiri. Ya bụ soji. Odi ejiji fere. A fraudster who was in Senegal for few years, who could not be able to monetize computer fraudster, but he finally come into the Biafra struggle, finally monetize the Biafra freedom into PLC. If he drop that write-up, he go through the comment and he look at the likes. If you see the comment that people are bullying his mission, he will not come outside that day. He will not come. He will wait. After 10 days again, he will drop. I will be coming on air this evening to expose one of the leadership. When people became wiser, they now discovered that Darlington is playing with their brain. Why Darlington never exposed Aloy Ejimako, Maxwell Opara? Why? But you are going to see the expose in a short while. Every evil that transpire in their camp, Darlington will be the one to, he is going to brief you. It's coming out, oh. It's coming out. 2026, I've known your dear one day. The doors are wise. Okay, dear. Mazi Shina Asamoru, thank God for your life. Without you, where IPOB for day to day. You are going to see all this right up. Because why? A criminal like Darlington, a fraudster, you play with internet fraud. Na tucha gold or pose gold tea or send the other on They have finally come into Biafra struggle. Monetize it. And the door was shut. He could not be able to take it. Darlington start with the same pattern of Achalugo and Paul Achebe. Mazi Keke Ugouda. If you ask them, can you pinpoint anything that Mazi Keke Ugouda done to you? No one. No one. The only thing they can tell you, he bought me something because of Biafra struggle. No one can tell you he did this. He did this. But there has a target. The members of DOS is the target. Because that is the target of the federal government of Nigeria. And they must use an insider. Insider, not outsider. Darlington began a first of all attack Deputy European Rep without no mercy. It says, now Deputy European Rep, no why? You think it will stop there? No. It's a mission. It's a complete agenda. If you castigate this one, it no work. Jump to exactly the same pattern with Simon. When Simon was trying to bring out the picture of Mazi Samuru, at the same time, he was also trying to bring the picture of Emma Powerful, right? At the same time, he also trying to bring a teller of transfer. How our Directorate of State, Mazi Shike, Mazi Samuru, Mazi Torin Zurumike, Mazi Sinawa, travel to Abuja, and they were taking money and they fly them to their different states in Biafra land. Simon Epa provided these tellers. Exactly the same pattern that Darlington was using. The same pattern of Simon Epa. Darlington now jump to Mazi Abayim. From Mazi Abayim to Mazi Osinoforma. The same Osinoforma who brought Darlington back from Senegal. By now, so we also work opposite Boyan Senegal. The same Mazi Oforma who brought Darlington back to Nigeria, Lagos. He arrived Lagos. He also took Darlington like, cartons of Azu Fridge. Bunakwaya East, Enugu. Furniture the house of Darlington. But everything that is using in that house, from salt, Maggi, fake, spoon, plate, stove, bag of rice, half bag of beans, half bag of gari, every damn thing. Also giving some cash. Did Darlington come to blackmail us in a former 2025? Yes. He now leave us in a former now. Enter Mazi Samuru. Also brought the same picture that was used by Simon Epa. And when I'm telling you that Darlington hand over men to Nelly and Simon, you think it's a joke? Omorife onye ndu putata eteboya Darlington aya atunatazi okpa na ani Igbo. If from Lagos on omo ndi Igbo ye weputa onwe ha ka achobo ebe ono ka egbuo ya maka ngini all dudara boys and guests on wike by telling them Onyendu and his PA Akwidia was yes. He handed over me to Nelly. Darlington once blackmailed the leadership as he was trying to hand over these boys and men, boys and girls, to Simon and Nelly. He once blackmailed them that they sold Onyendu. That's why you think Onyendu is not smart. That's why Onyendu hand over me to Nelly. Don't you see that Onyendu trusts Nelly? and say I should be working with Nelly to look after IPOB money. Oh, you don't know Darlington. The day you are going to hear, unless God will arrest Nelly to confess, to bring every available audio. And if Nelly did that now, believe in me, Biafrans will forgive Nelly. Somebody like me self will forgive Nelly. If Nelly provide this audio, how he was brainwashing Darlington to Darlington. Darlington do not more. No, do not more that boy. People to ask Darlington, what happened to your house in Onitsha? Why do you flee in Onitsha, Anambra State? Leave your shop of Naira bets. And that very shop was opened by Nelly. Don't forget that Darlington was living in Enugu after Onyendu was rendition. Right? From Enugu, he came to Anambra, Onitsha. In Onitsha, he said to Nelly, that was the time they were bargaining. Nelly was saying, this Kendema, Ega Bansobu, if we go now, Kemi, Kaunyandu Putaba. Darlington says to Nelly that I can't stay in East to call some people I know to hand over them to you. Nelly says, is that the case? Where do you like to stay? Where do you like to stay? Do you want to go outside? There is a certain time they wanted to fly Darlington to Cyprus. But he can never tell you why they want to fly him to Cyprus. But the relator is saying, no, Ena said he will love to stay anywhere in Western Nigeria, the Yoruba land. They say, choose somewhere. He choose Ogun State. Nelly don't know that Darlington is in Lagos. No. Nelly don't know. He choose a place where they pay, the first amount that Nelly pay for 1 year is 5 million naira. It's not a flat. It's a bungalow. Darlington, and I'm at twice. AB is in Nelly with Taraga AB Shoribin. Aqua flat. Darlington. That design you design on your studio, BTV, as it hot. Ego ne ka fado de megwa wetara gi design oya. Ego ne ka fado de megwa wetara gi $2,000. Darlington obona na ma atu ase. I puta bi isi na mo na atu ase nweyi. Ki nwo. Darlington. You travel from Onitsha to Lagos. Somebody called you. You said to the person, I'm going to call you back. I'm on the transit. Darlington. Obiru baby naga. For the past 5 years now. Darlington. Obiru baby naga. Transit go there wow. That is when Darlington was going to Lagos. He was running away from Onitsha. Going to Lagos. In the night. Anonymous boss. Darlington and his family. And he was called. As soon as they leave Onitsha, Darlington was called. He said to the person, I'm on transit. I'm going to call you tomorrow. The next thing, he off the phone. The person tried to call Darlington after 3 hours. The number is not going. That is the time he was running to Lagos. Darlington, the men you hand over to Nelly as your sister, who should say they are members of ESN, and these are people who believe in you, who are loyal to you. These are people the same time you defrauded with keg of pie wine, 3 pieces of yam, and 1 he-goat. Darlington, you did not hand over this man to Nelly when you were in Enugu. No. You did not hand over these people to Nelly when you were in Onitsha, Anambra. No. You hand over this man after 2 months you arrived Lagos. True or false? How many of them in number? Today, no one of them is alive to testify. But before they go, the people they brief in audio, countless of audio. Hell, Darlington, Biafra, no, Biafrans, one audio, Kaya publish more in Dupota. In one, if one a Lagos State, only one audio. What is the audio? Where you call them, say, Oyendu hand over you to Nelly, that DOS sold Oyendu. Darlington, this is your words, oh. This is your statement. Not Madubugo's statement, no. Madubugo's own criminality is local. Your own is international. Your own criminality has taken a lot of blood. That is the reason nobody in Biafra land will forgive you on your atrocity. Your greed has taken a lot of innocent Biafran souls who believe in what you believe in, who want to see you as their brother, as their uncle, as somebody that they look up to. Today they are no more. Some of them, before they were shoot aside, they swear for you and your household. Look at it. Until this day, you are not doing anything. You are not doing anything. You are looking for who will discharge your wife and children from hospital. After you hand over men, in all this brouhaha, Darlington make no Biafrans, you may not like Okija Biafra man, but the intel we have, you don't have it. If you have only 1%, some of you will fly to Lagos to go and stay like 1 month plus. Your mission is to continue to go to different places if you are going to see Darlington. Darlington, the money you make from Nelly, can you come outside and tell Biafrans, the IPOB members that contribute this very money, where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu put you as a watchman? Can you tell us what happened to that money? Can you tell us? The money that was kept under your care, you seize everything that goes on in that account. You can't stop it. Yes. But you seize, even done 2 months ago. Anytime you log in, you are going to see the date, the time, the month. If it's Wednesday, it will be written Wednesday there. Up till this day, instead of you to come outside and tag IPOB all over the world, you have all this proof. Bring it. You can't try it. Because why? You benefit from it. Nelly was using this very money to buy people. He bought you as his brother. He bought you. Why are you not talking about these things? Where your leader put you to be a watchman to the form of indigenous people of Biafra all over the world. You seize anything that goes on in that account. If $40,000 is being withdrawn, you seize it. You can't stop it. But take the record. These are the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to you. Take the record down. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also tell you, if you are not around Darlington, you must brief the leadership. Darlington, why do you refuse to brief the leadership on what transpired in that account? Why do you refuse? Why do you refuse? Oyoyi. Oyoyi kena Senegal. Why not have it? He's a mabu ya na hotel. Ane irerere money. If another person is the person that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kept as a watchman in that account, believe you me, Darlington will continue to call the person to come and give account to the leadership. Why is Darlington not giving account to the leadership? Why? Compromiser. He has benefit from it. He cannot try it. He cannot try it. If he try it, Nelly will bring proof. You are going to see Apunau, Princess Apunau account once collect money from Nelly. You think Nelly is very smart? Nelly don't use POS the way we are taking names. Okay, Jatin and Kaf. I don't even bother to look at the name because you don't have anything in the mind that Darlington will become a vampire like that. And we don't even know that they has compromised many months ago. Nelly say, I can't tell you weta. Oh yeah, bro. Nelly knows Darlington's surname. Don't bring your own. Bring the one of your baby mama. Princess Apple now. The former Kanu Takano and Emmanuel Kanu. hook up game palace. Hey! Ooh! Ifere me warrior. Ifere me warrior. Now, these are questions that Darlington need to clear by telling Biafrans what transpired in that account. He not go talk am because he benefit from it. But you know one thing? I love this very spirit of Biafra. These men and women who lost their life into this very Biafra struggle. You grab this very money. Believe you me, you can't make use of it. If they tell you after thousands of dollars that was given to Darlington by Nelly, Darlington arrived Lagos. I forgot this part. He arrived Lagos. The first money that Nelly transferred to Darlington, I've said it before, I'm repeating it again, $15,500. $15,500. Darlington bought a Sienna. A Sienna. He bought Sienna. It looked like Sienna. Eh? On a Jeep. Oba Jeep. But Darlington snapped another picture to Nelly. Oh, Darlington bonyo he. Darlington. Onya abu a bone crook. Onye soro Kanu Takanu zuego na palace. $50,000. And Kanu Takanu give Darlington $10,000. Darlington Obasi. After information call, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu send spy to your village. And they got all the information that you are the owner of the hostel. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ask you, go no other Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ka Mazi Ofomaji Bonatago. Obwa Nanago Koponata. Only they about 10 in number. And again you're almost going to $6,000. Kina mana mo yen nebu. Kina I tell me gafa. Information they are valuable. Okanko. You know when I'm saying that Darlington was brought back from Senegal by Mazi Ofoma, not only Darlington. They are almost 12 in number. And they were given about almost $6,000. Only one way ticket to. But Darlington was the head. You want to go, Yama Kenya, the Diego. Or could I say, Mazi? See how Chamazi way Halavazi is. Oh, yeah. Darlington, I didn't Yancy, but you go in one Yancy. Darlington, the first money that was transferred to you by Nelly from America is $15,000, 500. He goes Sienna. Is in the Ezua. Or what about $7,500 the same week? Nelly was popping Darlington money like Eziego. You don't ask yourself after the kidnap of Onyendu, as Onyendu arrived, after like 1 week, 2 weeks, Darlington went mute. Ozo, I am in media. Ne besi sakwa. Ne besi sakwa ta unike. My former house. After 2 weeks, somebody called me say, Biafra man, see, you must go to hospital. It's like you have HIV. So, Mazi behind Senegal, same banana leader na Toria from Kenya. Awesome, really. Mana Darlington, nearly dollars. Nearly dollars. Ozoro for good 6 months. And I'm using them money. Where is this guy that is very close to Onyendu? I'm not PA. Special assistance or special advisor. Darlington and Madibogo, I have a message for you. Since the leadership don't want to send delegate to Onyendu, what is holding two of you to go to Sokoto prison to see Onyendu? DSS is not there. Benjamin, okay, now I understand. Now, it just coming to my mind. Madibogo, I say, okay, let's go back to the fraud file. Leadership send their delegate. You know, this very leadership, they are very sky. They are going to come to say, Ngwabeaje, Kije Foyendo, okay, back in our target. A bon crook. No wonder two of them are so serious about sending somebody to Onyendu from the leadership. Okay, Madibogo, I say, Darlington, you have opportunity. I got they will forgive us. Darlington, continue to write about it. Continue to write about it. Leadership will not reach out to Madibogo now. Say, Madibogo, okay, we want you to go and see Onyendu. Madibogo, I say, okay, Maga, upper flight. I say, I'm going to go on a flight. I say, flight is going on. Go and come, bo 900,000. I'm on a hotel. Hotel ya for about 80,000 a night. Man, off 6-star hotel. I'm making my 1,000. The leadership is okay. We're gonna carry 9. I say 900,000 hotel. 3 nights now. 3 nights. Can we keep you off, man? I say, okay, 80,000 times 3. On apụta 240. Mmeri ịmana hotel nri ahịa dị ọnụ 50,000 a plate. Morning, afternoon, night. 150, 300, 450 for 3 days. 1,000 on him here. When 20,000. 180 at the man 1,000. What if we get almost 1.9 million naira? Now that I my case at what? Queen for an forgive guy now. Man, can you do business? Ozaria. Fa. No he. Okay, you know chakwa leadership. We get to rock phone, but the great international candidate is because let me see. I want Mazi KK. Mazi KK wa Chineke. Mazi KK aza. Mazi KK na ga n'ifu na onye ndunu. Ima na okosi Mazi KK asi okay send. Maka na ya Mazi KK I was send the account number, send the account number. I say ngwa manage this for this 400,000. Otutu kwa phone kpo one of our father na Canada. Say Mazi KK say anya number boy ya say na ya na ji for onye ndo. Onye ka say okay. Inaga ngwa send the account until 400,000 kwa. Madu go get 2.7 million naira bin. Iyoji gapa Sokoto bu 600,000 go and come. Both hotel ma moto ya ba ye ni na no ina 1 million. Ojide 1.7 extra. Up to Darlington. Imana no mo ko yesi di na ngwa jidezie 400,000 na. Dalita si mbamba. Ni ya kwetibu 50-50. Oh, Mazi is go hello. Can't say I never thought about this. So, oh, I said if the other hand leadership ya choka kayawada. Madibugo. Uza adi ananka. Uzo gushirishi. Uzo gushirishi. Oh, Before I sign out, I want you to have in the back of your mind that why Darlington and Madibugo is dragging members of DOS just the way Darlington has castigated Mazi KK Ugouda because of the kindness of, that very great man. Mazi KK Ugouda, I've said it countless times on my program. Some people will decide to pay you evil because of your kindness. Don't stop. Don't stop. Because, iye chukuji megi ina chapo every day, they can walk for all kindness. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu si na akansifa ga-ababa n'ọnụ. Akansifa abụkwa ndị nyere aka. Ndị nyere aka jezie n'azụ ka atụgbuo okwute. Ha atụ okwute ọ bụrụ back to sender. Ezi nwoke. Jisi ike. N'ọkwa onye mere ife. Onye na-eme ife. Ka a na-achọ ka adọtuo. Ndị ya na-eme ife onye na-akpọ harụrụ. Ọkwa ekwugo nyere my video. Ọkwa ife mere ya na-ada ụda achọ ka adọtu ogo mana ndọtugo si n'ike onye ya adọtugo ya ebuzo jekwuwa Abịama ya na Abịama eduga ya onye emere na Abịama ọ bụrụ na ya emere Abịama maka gịnị na-epụta na nwere onwe awụdị genuineness ama ndị a na-eze amaazị ndị a na-eze ndị iro ka nkụ ya ka nji kwuo ya envy and jealousy must come to an end this 2025. Because for me, I normally ask people, how do you do this? And say, how do you do this? I will ask. I once asked our sister, Omota Biafra. Yes, Omota Biafra taught me some things. I say, Ada, I want to go like this, I want to, come. But because of ego, because of anyukwu na-ekwu, ọkwa ndị mmadụ fụ ụzọ. If you not sabi, you ask, you go learn. Yeah, man, I'm mad. I'm mad. As you can come, I do now. The great Italian national coordinator in Adoda, in Adoda, where you know, in this life, some people are lied. Just the way they continue to criticize our GOC, Mazi Saworu. You can see that Mazi Saworu is a light. is a light. Simon Apa, Poyana, Pomazi Shike, Dozieme, Poyana, Pomazi, Osinoforma, Poyana, Pomazi, European rep himself, Mazi, Austin Abaim, Poyana, just to bring that down, but they continue to do what they know how to do best. That is it. 2026 is approaching. Envy and jealousy must come to an end. Envy and jealousy, that is the problem we have. Eh? Envy and jealousy is the problem we have, not joke. You may not understand. If we begin to break it down, some people don't want to see you. Some people don't want to see you. In my own case, for example, one day I talk about Biafra man. I don't want to go for that. I can't go for that. Oh, be woman. Eh? They think they would turn the Biafra, you know, they will be doing it in secret. They will be doing it. Because when the leadership find out immediately, they will shut that down. Eh? I don't know. I'm saying the truth. These are what we are talking about. Ohi, Ghana. Ohi, Gapusi. Anyuku, Neupru Gapusi. Why? The leadership is not doing it right. The leadership. Where were you? Where were you? Where were you, bunch of charlatans? Where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was picking this man? Where were you? Kevin. One a peak in that. One by one. Oh, peak in na Switzerland, oh, peak in na Ireland, oh, peak in UK, oh, peak, you see, they peak. Kevin. Huh? Ano ya na nostra. Obi now. Who wants castigate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu called the Austrian National Coordinator? Suspension immediately for Methuselah. So, kiye abumi yofo. Methuselah is ready to work with anybody to join him in this very mindset to continue to castigate the leadership. Why? When Methuselah was coming to Radio Biafra, are you aware that? Obiechas oko kabere na boy miri. Or say, he comment like this, on the comment. Chibike is calling. Mazi Chibike, welcome to the program. I believe you know that I'm live. I think I saw your comment. Yeah, Mazi. Ndewo. Ndewo, Mazi. Yeah.
For a long time now, you understand, this animal or other become live. All the other notice that now maybe or the when that go away. It actually may happen like that. So when any progress, all notice that maybe actually may happen like this.
Yeah.
If you go like this, to keep it online, you have to look or online, you understand culture. culture, Asheda, Ashoga, Tugo, then that was it. Before you asked on a Rihanna and give me broadcast, that would use broadcast only. You know, America. If I thought on us like this, you know, I did this broadcast now that woman awful. You took myself, man, maybe I didn't just know cool getting down. I used to be cool getting down. You have to go get all the broadcast.
Yeah.
How they more here be different from rubbish and all for that before. You have to go nothing, no, you didn't know for that like this. You have to go get a leadership. My leadership, my lawyer, not it's a good no, that is. They take standing on on I said that leadership and I get take order from Martin Nnamdi. I'll go the leadership one day. So now Martin Nnamdi to that. In this time on every clock, Organ and Radio Biafra like this, yeah, good one. Okay, which my son here, for instance, maybe the leadership now, I got to filter out. I got to filter out now, you understand the information. You know, which means to now that can with the situation of IPO trust get now. You know, man, even me any no I call no yesterday like this. I share can have a man like this, you know, other who chase so good. Other who chase so good like this, you understand? You call the sheep. Mano via like this. You can't wait to call. Only I'm again the apple like this. Get that manipulator answer like this. Don't get to call the end of the way to go. Most men that now most of you know together like this. You are okay, men like this. You are the only they go to what they got to. After this to IPOB and I am that guy in the Abagamba. My man says the Capilla not or calling Balila and Abaga. You understand? Then everything will take cover. Okay, you have a like this, you have to pay on Kaya, you got to pay that. Already say, trouble like master like this, now you understand. As you have the copy, and after putting out here, make sure that you know you have to get up a matter like this, you know, for Negoli, this guy now, especially this talent in our you understand. He had made a logic claim, the other, all the knock off or there is the or top of this issue where I didn't say now you understand the thing all my this type beauty and now negotiate. You know, okay, when we're done now like this, you understand, you know, say I love Nnamdi, I love our leader Nnamdi. All of Nnamdi Kanu carry on the now more like
Mba, Mazi, all over Mazi Nnamdi Kanu carry nwunye Mazi Nnamdi Kanu si na ọkwụ with the leadership.
PGG says, Uncle, in Yemen, you can get to Nafuku, one no marble. If any name will make a difference, no, what that's not maybe no like a camera to Nnamdi can call him. Only they found out so that the way come out of Nnamdi can know her. You have to, or who knows people die, they want to say, if an all go Chakwana. Man, even a clean like this, all of Nnamdi can carry to someone else.
Mazi ọgwagonia before na ọgwagonia before ọnụ ya ga ntị ọ sị na mgbe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na rant na agụ adị agụ ya na ego adị akị ya yeah
onye kwugo maka Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, all this one, I didn't know everything upon rubbish here in Abuja. After most times like this, you understand, the leadership, both my fearless IPOB, on the make broadcast maka Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that everything they got there like this. Mama, in case like this, you are okay like this, you are on a present, you want to say,
Mazi, let me tell Biafrans. Yeah, Mazi, let me tell Biafrans what happened about I think 4 days ago. Ha nukoro wee gaba na nke our sister a na-akpọ anyị Anambra. So oru ebe a, one of our member na ebe a. Oji to onwe ya ebe a, anyị Anambra amarago onye ọ bụ before. Anyị Anambra wee na ya n'iyi. Si ebe a zuzupụọ na ndị IPOB na ndị IPOB ya nwa ma na ha adịghị eto onwe ha ntu o si eto onwe ya Obia sina yawa bu special advisor to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu PA.
Nke weziokwu nwanne ebe aba n'aka na ife chi ga-enyere oke ndị ọ na-achọ ka leadership na-awụ ọkụcha tụgide akpa ma ndị dịka Kanu nta Kanu ndị ọtụ ama m na mpe egologo eko na ma ọ ga-apụtanwu ebe ọ nọ na ada brokast ya na isi ọ na-aka ebe ọ sị na na ihe mere na o ji na-ewere Kanu nta Kanu iwe na ya na ọ sị na ya nwa step na onwe ya kpọrọ Kanu nta Kanu si ya na Mazi Nnamdi, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, nọ na Mazi na-ekpe ekpere. So does it mean now you understand? Ndị community chara n'ụtọ ndị community chara ihe dị jọta ya na community community. Okay, leadership is there like this, you understand? Ha na work with ndị ọ dị very clear that na ndị a na-adị out of ihe a na-eme.
Yeah, but Mazi, the question ndị mmadụ kwesịrị ịzụ Darlington, a very simple question. See, since 2025, from January to November, no since Obu December come on leadership on here.
The funny thing, you were only able to go me out before you never got home at ego. But not so ego na this strong, we end them on maybe in the other call the amazing son, the mother and the mother. You only okay, anything only I can with only an amount to anything but Biafra. So, any from my gone like this, you understand, there's a third degree and no child, she could do the Namabu died, the Namabu had to be or those who went around before you. Oh, you know, we waiting on now, so you have to move and so, this is the key. This is the key, and they struggle or try to happen like this, or what
Mazi, ihe ji shọkari struggle gasa ọ na bụ onye ndu pụtazie onwe onye ndu ya ejide n'isi asị ya oke mgbe bịa meziere m account of any information ihe merenụ ọ dịzie ka anyị niile feriri onye ndu ịghọtara so ihe ọ na-achọ because na arụ this boy mere Mazi apụgodi ihe gbasatara ego Nelly nọ in charge first. Mana the first one, why did Darlington hand over those people who are very close to Darlington to Nelly and Simon, and they are no more? These are the first thing in the water.
Mgbe ihe niile ọ kpụga leadership n'ọnụ sikwa leadership asị ke nne ya ka nna ya leadership mere oke ihe ọzọ dị na-asị na HOD maazị
Chikedozie
maazị Chikedozie na ọpụtabeghị online gaa na adreesị Biafra ọmakwa na maazị Chikedozie megide ọmakwa na ọ kwara nne ya ọ dịkwa wee Mazi,
are they aware? Mazi, what you need to ask? Okay, the achievement of IPOB leadership that Mazi Chikedozie is in charge.
Yes. Na achievement IPOB na kehe achievement IPOB. I just imagine the character ojo. Now character okay, up to people like this, I'm not going to talk on a college. If I have to know the ammonia, no sense, or sense, I know any progress or something like this, you're talking about them. Before you hear like this, you're talking about anything other just not to create a problem. My charlatan is there. On the way to one day,
Mazi Ugbo agụ ha. Ugbo. Nke a nọ n'Ọstra nke ha na n'Ọstra ọ gwara mmadụ na ya chọrọ ka IPOB tisa onye ọ na maazị onye ọ na-agwa ya ọbụkwa onye IPOB mana onye abụ onye Igbo onye Biafra ka ọ na-agwa ya sị ya na the statement Metusela na anyị nwa dịka Metusela na-abịa bụ na redio Biafra ka ha bịa mezie ọ dịzie ka ya abụghị anybody na ya bụ nightmare. These are the statements of Metusela. Ya bụ nightmare to IPOB. The person wee jụọ ya ọ bụ ime ihe ọjọọ na organization ọ bụ ihe edere ka suspend ya gị ọgba nkịtị. Anyị jide information. Ndewo maazị, ndewo. Yeah.
Okay, let me just say, for instance, let me just say, I can't over the and not had the right. Let me just put it that way. I over the and had the right. Okay, so because of how I now one single individual, they don't care. Let me just say, thousands of people that is in their life now that go down for this struggle now. So how to know that how to know everything just not start because of them, their own personal selfishness. Because they say, no,
maazị ọ ga-adị mma ndewo nwa Chineke ndewo. That is our brother Shibike all the way from Netherlands and answer. Biafrans, we are about to call it a day. Before I sign out, I want you to understand one thing, that this 2026, Kajinume to defend leadership like never before. Kajinume defend them at all costs. Not my statement. These are the statement of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in English language. He said, defend them at all costs, meaning at any given time. If you have any grudges, keep it. If I'm out wherever I go, bring your complaint. He said, come and blame me. He never said, come and complain. After you complain, he will turn around and begin to say, DOS. No, he said, come and blame me. Cast the blame on me. But defend them at all costs. Onye onyo o sigi maka na oguru akwụkwọ na zoo no ma asụ English. What are you doing? What are you doing? They are not doing anything. Joya, you that is saying all this thing, what are you doing to help IPOB? Very soon, it will be 5 years. Methuselah has never contributed a dime to IPOB. The money he pledged willingly, voluntarily, without nobody pointing gun of Methuselah, without nobody surrender Methuselah with knife or cutlass, 150 euro to ESN. He has never remit that very fund. Obonya can get a struggle. Obonya. These are people. These are people. The more you look, the less you see. They will do maramara niru, gwampitinazu, otu abụ n'ezie. Otu abụ n'ezie. They will come and tell you those things that is going to trigger you. Leadership. Leadership, we don't want to send person to Sokoto now. You will be carried away. In their mind, they say, yes, I get this. They don't even care about those who have lost their life in Biafra struggle and those who remain in prison up till this day. No, their mission, destroy it. Destroy it. Why? They are nobody. These are their complaints. I'm not telling you lie. Metusala matugide gasi. Isi onya no mgbe na akpọta na radio Biafra. Anọkatazie anaghị akpọta. Mana your ego, your ego destroyed again. Your ego destroyed. You have set up series of things about IPOB that very soon Nigeria government will neutralize us completely. In fact, that IPOB as organization, these are your statements, is stagnant. When you see the achievement of the leadership, you never come outside to tell your gullible hero worshippers that I'm sorry, that I use the word stagnant. Now, IPOB is moving in the perfect direction. You never come outside to make a video. Because why? In your mind. Because you don't contribute your earned money. You don't contribute your money. You think it's stagnant. I understand. Ego ga de abia. Ego ga na aya. Ega event ana kwuru ụgwọ flight. Ega event ana kwuru ngiro iwo ka anu ya ụgwọ hotel ebe onu ya rawo. Ega event any 20 euro ka egoro ngino iwo kuna na eri na Belgium. Kuna na ata azụ na eme video. Na we are eating. Whereas akwa onye si Canada bia go run in Europe. Hey, ogbo ya ọnụ ntụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sị na ogbo ya ọnụ ntụ that a sticking poverty person don't need to fight for freedom. I understand. I'm not saying that my father is rich, no. But those are their mother self can't even buy rice to cook in December. Apart from rice that people will bring from Lagos. They think Biafra is the means where they can survive. These are the statements. Oh, quadality kona agwan, kabradality amano kona agwa. Oh, here Biafra. Ipochazi call or to the phone. Hello, my Chineke ndewo. Yeah, as the hot. Ndewo Mazi. Mazi, kaki si fu program ta. Akwa di okay. All set to go nwunye or nwunye ya akpụ ya. Na rice adịzikwa. Nwunye ya ikwuzi okwu ba n'ime phone. Na rice adị ya ọkwa 2 cup for ebe a. Okay, you Mazi ya yiri echi. Like I said, I can't just be any man. No, ni ana na apụ na. So onye ahụ na abụ na phone na anụ ihe na-ekwu. Ọ maka nwere onwe, ọ bụ na ọ ba nwere onwe, kwa ya kwesịrị ịdị na-emere onwe ya business. The person anọghịzi ebe agba nkịtị. Hey! Nwunye ya kwuchazi nwunye ya apụ. Like I said, Mazi ndewo. Ya no, ọ dịghị izi. Mana anyị nwa nọ grand. Anyị nwa nọ grand. Ịmana anyị nwa nọ grand. I want on grand. Man on Lagos, don't know on grand. But I send the account number can go. Mazi ndewo. Thank you. Can send the anana, can send the come on, can send the I'll send the gear. I'll send the news bungini any you. But I go see a check and 80 gear at the 150. I'll say Mazi, thank you. One shilling ndewo. It's not a bomba. I'll say Mazi my bog can jam also no mad bomb. Or years about the phone. Hello. Ada ndewo. How is America now? When you able another pattern. When you darling, that baby mama. Hana abona aru ya na amu. Iya merebu they monetize Biafra freedom. They came to IPOB to monetize, and we have destroyed the monetize. That is, there is no peace. If it's like this, let's destroy everything. Because why? Okay, we don't want to say Biafra now. They will now say, Nelly will now bring audio that I sold some men in ESN. Emma, they want us to fail. So nobody will be held accountable. And we say no. We will never fail. I want to hold Darlington accountable. I can decide to forgive Hyena in Austria. But you see, Darlington, what he committed is a sin that no indigenous people of Biafra, man or woman, will forgive Darlington. Do you know what they call that? A sabotage almost thousands Biafra. Let's say they are 300 in number, which they are more than. He handed over there to Nelly by telling them, Nelly is already placing you people on salary. Obey now, no man has seen a Nelly can say how $100. How man no Darlington. Why you will say you Darlington? You because you know nothing that Darlington has done. The way you hold Simon Ekpa accountable, that is where you are going to hold Darlington. Ikiji mwari Simon Ekpa na Nelly. Ikiji mwari anụ ya anụ na Germany a na-akpọ ọdịmma nke nderem. Iko aki yeji ya mwari Darlington. These are the two boys that brought the first men to Simon Ekpa. Don't forgive them. Don't forgive them. They don't deserve forgiveness. Unless they are going to bring this innocent Biafrans that they sabotage, they take to their early grave in the name of Biafra, in the name one Chineke. I won't deceive you. Onyendu hand over me to Nelly now. Always you kuku. Aman on a kobo. No Lagos rende nona east. Ipob ya say we are on grand. We are on grand. Man on Lagos. But at this very junction, I'm about to sign out to Mushineke. Tomorrow is another day. What is the time? One thing is sure. The white people says there is no peace for the wicked. That the wicked will never go unpunished. Imeren koma, meaning you are going to reap good. Imeren kojo, meaning you are going to reap evil. Whatever you've done in this very struggle, whether good or bad, Biafrans are waiting to call the result. Whether you did good or bad. But remember, there is no forgiveness. Those are your foolishness and greed, envy, jealousy has taken to their early grave. They are not coming back. You must pay for your sins. 2026 is around the corner, Omushineke. We believe 2026 will be a wonderful year in Biafra freedom. My prayer is that let Biafra wish be granted in this 2026. The referendum so we can be free from the darkness called Nigeria. Don't forget, February 21st, 22nd is around the corner where indigenous people of Biafra all over the world will be trooping into South Africa for our office, liaison office that will be open in South Africa. It's 2 days event. The first day is 21. The second day is 22nd. Begin to buy your tickets. We are talking about just 2 months time. Begin to buy your tickets. These are the achievements that are living in denial don't see. Because why? They don't benefit from IPOB anymore. So even though they see the achievement of DOS, they will pretend they don't see anything. They will pretend that they are blind. They are not seeing anything. Whereby they are seeing it. But because they can't suck IPOB members dry anymore. They can't defraud them anymore. We said, Wayo, Atoga, Asiosha, Ogana, Onago. Continue to pray for Mazi Kanu. Continue to pray for IPOB leadership. They need your prayer. And also put the head of the Directorate of State of Biafra land in prayer. Mazi Sheke. He just buried the mother. Say, may the soul of this very wonderful woman that gave birth to a warrior continue to rest in perfect peace. Continue to pray for IPOB ESN. Without them, the land of Biafra will be overrun. These are men and women. Some of them are graduates. Some of them are businessmen who decided to say, no, let's protect the land of Biafra. Let's secure the holy land of God before anything. They need your prayer. Continue to put Lola Uche Kanu in prayer. Lola Uche and Nnamdi can put them in prayer. Our task is one thing. Biafra or nothing. Biafra or nothing. Remembrance. Mishuko Kakaba. Continue to bless every one of us. Mishuko Kakaba. Continue to expose our enemy before they get close to us. Because Mazi Nnamdi says, they are in our midst. But they can never deceive the hardcore who were conceived in their mother womb for this very project. This is a project that we must achieve. We are not here to gain popularity. We are not here to turn it into, friends association. Because you don't want to become their friend. They don't want to see you. They think they are only one that they will recommend you. You will become as popular as them. You ask, do you come for a freedom, for popularity? No. You come to fight for your freedom. That is our target. And Abiama is with us. I remember your boy. I remember your son. I remember your friend. I remember your brother, the radical Okija Biafra man. And I'm signing out. I wish every one of you Happy New Year in advance. See you tomorrow as you come live. Umoshineke. Ndewo no kachifonu. Ndewo no munnem. Oh, let me use music to end up the program. To round up the program, please.
Biafra, 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 I'm American. we are not to lose. The weapon may be found, it will not prosper when the darkness falls. Victory for Biafra, let's celebrate Biafra. We are winning Biafra, freedom is here. Victory for Biafra, let's celebrate Biafra. We are winning Biafra, freedom is here. Biafrans are praying,
Zoo is falling,
Nnamdi Kanu is praying,
I'm mountain and shaking.
ESN are striking, the wall of Jericho is falling. IPOB, we as a
Don't give up the fight.
victory for Biafra, let's celebrate Biafra. We are winning Biafra, freedom is here. Victory for Biafra, let's celebrate Biafra. We are winning Biafra, freedom is here. Let's come together, together we will be stronger. Let's come together, together Biafra will conquer. Biafra, Biafra, white woman we are. Biafra, Kasi we are. Biafra, Rosura we are. Biafra, Otakod we are. Biafra, Igbo we are. Biafra, Anambra we are. Biafra, Delta we are. Biafra, Edo State we are. Biafra, Benue we are. Biafra, Ipob we are. Biafra, Bayelsa we are. Biafra, Enugu we are. Biafra, Abia, victory for Biafra. Let's celebrate Biafra. We are winning
I'm
Biafra.
looking at that.
Freedom is
I keep on
here.
them.
Victory for Biafra.
Abiama,
Let's celebrate
the Kabon,
Biafra.
one of
We are
Gabimbo,
winning Biafra.
to Biafra.
Freedom is here. Biafra.
Ebe anyị na-aga kazi dị nso. Continue to support ESN. They appreciate you for your support. One thing we have vowed is that the land of Biafra, the land of God, will never be Islamized. The land of God will never be conquered by the uncircumcised Fulani Janjaweed. That's why you must continue to do what you know how to do best. Umunnem, udo dịrị unu, kachifonu, ndewonu.